Gandhiji always believed in non-violence. Indigo is a particular plant which gives a blue color. Solving problem is not a great achievement, but solving it without any kind of disturbance, that is called as the biggest achievement. That Champaran's incident made Gandhi to realize, to understand, to think that he did not want the Britishers to be as advisors to run the Indian people. Hello students and welcome to Prep School English classes. Today's session is chapter 5 from your Flamingo textbook and the lesson titled Indigo. Now, most of you and all of you are very familiar with the image that you see on the screen. Mahatma Gandhi, our freedom fighter, a very popular leader indeed. So, what is the lesson all about? In this lesson, it is very evident that Gandhi, how he helped the peasants in the district of Bihar to overcome their problem. So let's look at what is the lesson Indigo all about. So I will be discussing in today's session as usual who is the author, what is the title, what is the theme, what is the significance and what is the moral. We will look at the characters and we will look at the words in context along with a very small summary and the question and answers with what is the conclusion that Indigo has to tell us. So with this, let me take you forward to who is the author. So Louis Fisher, he is the author of this lesson. He in person had met Gandhi and then he had an interaction, he had an interview about the views of Gandhi while he was fighting for freedom. So he was a volunteer in the British Army and he was an American journalist, carried a lot of respect for Gandhi. So in this lesson, he shows us about what happened in the district of Bihar, that is Champaran, where the peasants were under the control of the Britishers, and then how Gandhiji took it up and then fought for the freedom and got rid of the fear that was running in the minds of the peasant. So to look at the overview of the lesson, I told you the story deals with a way Gandhiji solved the problems of the sharecroppers. Sharecroppers are the farmers, the peasants who are contracted with the Britishers of Champaran. Alright, so the story deals with the way Gandhiji has dealt the harassment that the Britishers were giving for these peasants when it comes to their life, when it comes to their livelihood. So the central idea is all about the leadership quality. Leadership quality is not always argumentative or in a fighting mode. So what are the qualities that Gandhiji possesses? It's very evident in this lesson. And then the theme is once again the effective leadership. For anybody's success, a leader should be effective. The qualities of the leader is very important. So thus the story and the central idea and the theme is something to do with leadership, and it is about Gandhiji who is trying to fight out, who is trying to get freedom for those group of peasants in Bihar, and it was a tough fight for him. So how did he be successful? And when you look at the message it says a good leader is one who solves any kind of problem without creating any harm to anybody. The problems are solved. There is no disturbance or any harm to anybody. So when you look at the moral, forgiveness and peaceful means is more effective than revenge and violence. So Gandhiji always believed in non-violence, isn't it? And forgiving and going in a peaceful route. So forgiveness and peaceful means is the moral in the story, which says that any revenge we can take it up. Next, when you look at the conclusion of the story, it says solving problems is not a great achievement. Solving a problem is not a great achievement. How did you solve the problem without harming anyone, without creating any disturbance? That is very important. So solving problem is not a great achievement, but solving it without any kind of disturbance, so that is called as the biggest achievement. So thus, when you look at the overview of the lesson, it is all about how a freedom fighter, Mahatma Gandhi, has helped the peasant in a district, Champaran, that is in Bihar, come over their problems, come over their fear that they had living under the British rule. So now that you know the story, what is the central idea, what is the theme, and what is the message, moral and conclusion, we will just look at the characters. When I say characters, this is not a play or this is not a story wherein the character is made. No, these are the real characters. When I say the persons whom we come across while we read the story. So going to the characters, the first character is Mahatma Gandhi himself. So we call him the national leader. Followed by, you get to see Rajkumar Shukla. Now Rajkumar Shukla was a peasant, was a farmer from Champaran. That is a district in Bihar. So he was the one who actually woke up Gandhiji, who actually brought his miseries, brought the miseries of the people, miseries of all the peasants in Bihar to Gandhiji, and how he came running to seek help from Gandhiji. So moving to the next one, Rajendra Prasad, he was a lawyer. Later on, he became the President of India. And then you see J.B. Kripalani. Kripalani here, nothing much to say, but when you read the story, you get to see his name, wherein is a professor and how he helps of Gandhiji to perform his task. And then you also see Sir Edward Gate. He is a Lieutenant Governor whom Gandhiji had to meet, who Gandhiji had to take a lot of suggestions. He went through a lot of turmoil with him, and then how he was successful. Other than this, you also see Gandhiji's wife Kasturba being a part of this fight. Also his son Devdas. If you ask me what did they do, Champaran, the district itself, was too much of hygienic and people were just not maintained well, wherein Kasturba took care of that. And Devdas, he started teaching in schools where Gandhiji has initiated few schools. So Devdas, being his son, he took up some teaching of lessons. And then you need to be familiar with Motihari. So Motihari is the capital of Champaran. Motihari is the capital of Champaran. So Champaran is what? Champaran is the main place where everything happened. So it is a district in Bihar. It is a district in Bihar. So the capital of Champaran is Motihari, and then Muzaffarpur. Muzaffarpur is a town in Bihar. Now why does these names come here? In the lesson, it's a kind like an history lesson wherein the visits of Gandhiji, when he went to Champaran, before that he had gone to Muzaffar, he met a lot of lawyers. So that is a connection over here. Probably when you read the lesson, you can underline that, and not much of question will come pertaining to what happened there or anything like that, but you need to be familiar with these places. So you get to see the familiar personalities in this lesson, Indigo, with Mahatma Gandhi, Rajkumar Shukla, Rajendra Prasad, and J.B. Kripalani, Sir Edward Gate, and also you get to see Kasturba, Devdas, and many more like this. Lots of names are mentioned which I have not put it here, and then these particular places. So knowing the characters right now, let us understand about Mahatma Gandhi ji. Probably all of you would have learned a lot of lessons in your school times also, isn't it, when you were young children, about who is Mahatma Gandhi. So let's just recollect about Mahatma Gandhi ji. Okay, we adore him, we salute him, we respect him, we remember him, and we feel that whatever we are today, our freedom, we truly have a lot of gratitude and for Mahatma Gandhi ji, isn't it? So let's know about him. So who was Gandhi ji? He was Mohandas Karmachand Gandhi. He was born in a state of Gujarat. And when was he born? He was born in 1869. Remember, once again, there is no question which will come who is Gandhi ji, but all of you need to know about Gandhi ji, isn't it? So Mohandas Karmachand Gandhi was born in Gujarat in the year 1869. So followed by, you need to know, he got married at the age of just 13 years. He got married to whom? To Kasturba, and he had 4 sons. So remember, Gandhi got married in the age of 13 to Kasturba, and he was blessed with 4 children, and that too all were boys. Moving forward, at the age of 18, he went to London. Why did he go to London? To get trained. He wanted to become a lawyer, to get trained as a barrister. Barrister is nothing but learning law. Barrister is nothing but an advocate, a lawyer. So at the age of 18, he went to London to do his studies over there. During that time, he experienced racism. He experienced a lot of things where I wouldn't want to go out of the textbook right now. He accepted a job in South Africa. He accepted a job in South Africa, and that was when he experienced racism. That was when his mind got into being a political leader and fight out such things around the world. So in South Africa, he experienced racism. So moving forward, back in India, he came in, he had 7 years, continuously he had a non-violent campaign, because the same racism was happening in India also. India was under the control of Britishers, and the people were just not okay with it. They were living in fear and a lot of uncomfortable feeling. So that is when, with his non-violent movement, for around 7 years, he helped out the country to get its freedom. So this is about Mahatma Gandhi. Moving forward, let's understand what are the difficult words in this lesson, words in context. Now, dear children, this lesson, the summary, I have made it very, very small. For you, you have to read your textbook. Why do I say this? Because there's a lot of detailing about the episodes which happen. It is the incidences which happened when Gandhiji went visiting different places and he met different people. So everything I have not put. So while you read the textbook, you get to see the words, the difficult, the unfamiliar words. So let's see few of them here. The first one is convention, means agreement here, and then delegates, representative, peasants are small farmer, and tenacity, determination, and yeoman is a small cultivators, group of small cultivators. Advent is arrival. Arable is a land which is suitable for farming. Some more to go. Shaded is criticized, indigo. So the title of the lesson itself is indigo. So what is indigo? It's a particular plant which gives a color, a blue color, which is very useful. So it was a plant that gave blue color, and the color was named as indigo, and that's the reason the plant is also known as indigo. Irksome is irritating. Thugs, he's a thug, he's a cheat. Okay, forthwith, at once you are asked to do. Multitude is a group, it's a crowd of people, it's a gathering. And then compiled is obeyed. What is compiled? It is obeyed. So have a look at it quickly. So moving forward to the next one, hitherto is earlier to it, and then baffled, confused, vehement is intense, conscience, sense of right or wrong, confirmed is granted, entreaty is humble request, and adamant will be firm. Some more to go. Deceitfully is dishonestly, intervened is twisted, knitted. All right. Pacifist is someone, a peacemaking person is a pacifist. So Gandhiji is a pacifist. And then alleviate is uplift. Alleviate is what? Uplift. Reconvene is restart. Concrete is a concrete. Concrete is what? Solid. And then upshoot is conclusion, the result. What is the upshoot of the whole event? That is the result of the conclusion. So have a look at these words once again. So lots and lots of words are there while you read the textbook lessons. Please don't neglect, connect it, understand the meaning and go forward. So let me take you to the lesson indigo. When I say indigo, what did I tell you? Indigo is a particular plant which gives a blue color. And then the peasants in the district of Bihar, particularly Champaran, the Britishers were making them work to grow this plant and get this color out of it. So the procedure of doing that, the peasants were never benefited. There was no benefit for the peasant. So this made their livelihood very, very difficult because Britishers were extracting their effort and then they had no livelihood at all. So the problem was brought to Gandhi, and how Gandhi visited Champaran and how did he fight out to bring peace, how did he fight out to remove that fear from the peasant. So when you look at the lesson, I have divided it into few subtopics. Probably I will talk about an introduction. I will give you all a small introduction. I will tell you all about what is Champaran all about, and then the peasants over there. Okay, the peasants over there. Who is Rajkumar Shukla? How has he become so very important in this Champaran revolt or the Champaran movement? And then Rajendra Prasad, okay, being a lawyer and later the president, how did he help Gandhiji to fight out this Champaran movement? And what was the situation of the displeased peasants? Why did they start revolting? Why were they displeased? And then what was Gandhiji's concern when it went to this peasants? What was his main concern? To remove the fear, to give them freedom, to look into their livelihood. And how disobedience was at times the crowd or the leaders. Okay, and what was the efforts of Gandhiji? How was he supportive? His bravery, his act, how did he act bravely, and his success, and the narrator's interaction. I told you the story, the lesson begins with Louis interacting with Gandhiji, and I think it is in the year 1946. So how did he interact with Gandhiji? All right. So I told you the lesson begins with Louis interacting with Gandhiji himself, isn't it? So this being the subtitles of the lesson that I'm going to talk today, let's go in detail about what is the lesson all about. So I have told you all about Mahatma Gandhi. So what happens? How does the lesson begin? The story is based on the interview taken by Louis Fischer of Mahatma Gandhi. All right, the story is based on the interview that the author, that is Louis Fischer, what did he have an interview with Mahatma Gandhi. The author visited him in an ashram, Sevagram, in Lucknow, I think that is, Sevagram in 1942. It was told about Indigo movement and how Gandhiji started. So Louis Pasteur wanted to meet Gandhi. So he visited this ashram where Gandhiji was there. And then in an interview, Gandhiji told him about the Champaran movement and what is it related with the Britishers, with the peasant and growing of indigo. So in this lesson, the struggle of Gandhiji along with other prominent leaders to safeguard the sharecroppers from the atrocities of landlords is evident. So in this lesson, Gandhiji along with other prominent leaders, how did they fight out? How did they revolt? How did they win to bring the disturbed sharecroppers? How did they bring in that freedom? How did they keep them from fear away from the Britishers? That is very evident. So the lesson is all about Mahatma Gandhi and his Champaran movement, and it is with the peasants of Bihar. So moving forward, what is that you see here? You see, where was Champaran? Where is Champaran located? It is one of the districts in Bihar. So what happened? So Champaran is a district in the state of Bihar. Thousands of landless serve, thousands of people, thousands of peasants are landless over there. The laborers and the poor farmers are made to grow. They are made to grow. Who makes them grow? It is the Britishers. They are made to grow not the food crops, not what they wanted to eat, but they wanted cash crops like indigo. So they wanted cash crops like indigo. So earlier in ancient times, when men has to live, when the humans had to make a living, what would they do? They would grow the crops where they could feed themselves rather than making money, isn't it? But what happened here? The Britishers did not allow them to grow the crop what they wanted, but the Britishers wanted them to grow indigo, which was not a crop which they could have food or which they could live, but it was a cash crop and it was not useful for the peasant. The problem was this. And then these were bought for very low price. Now, not only putting the effort and growing the crop, but it was bought in such a low price that it was just not being of any use for the peasants. So also the whole village was very unhygienic. People were all into alcohol, and then there were a lot of untouchable people. So the whole district of Champaran was known for unhygienic people. People were all into alcohol and people were called the untouchables. So moving forward, the Champaran peasants. Let's look at the Champaran peasants. So they were forced to grow indigo. They were forced to grow this cash crop indigo, and that is why they were very unpleasant. The disturbance created to them here because they underwent poverty without food for themselves. All right. So what is it about that? Without food and money, they were without food and without money. The situation was growing worse. The situation was going bad day by day. The peasants revolted against the indigo cultivation. So they had no other go and they revolted against indigo cultivation. So there was devastating famine. The British imposed increasing tax. It was between the year 1914 and 1916. During this period, Gandhiji visited them and tried to sort out the problem. So going further, let's look at Rajkumar Shukla. Now Rajkumar Shukla, he got to know that Gandhiji was in Lucknow. He got to know that Mahatma Gandhi was a great fighter. He was a popular leader. So he went to Lucknow to meet him, to get an appointment and then bring him to Champaran to sort out the problems. But what happened? Gandhi was very, very busy and he could not give appointment to him. But he was so very focused, so very determined that he started to live for a month or so or for weeks together with Gandhi, and then put his best effort to convince him, told him about the miseries what the peasants were going through in Champaran, and brought him to the district of Bihar. So why Gandhi adored him is because his determination to help out the people back in his village, that was very admirable for Gandhi. And he did go with Rajkumar to Champaran and helped out the matter. So to know about him, he was a farmer from the district of Champaran. He was very disturbed about the situation in his district. He was very, very disturbed. Knowing that Gandhi was at Lucknow, he came to take him to the village. He came to take Gandhi to his village, that is Champaran. Now, since Gandhi was busy, he waited for a month. He waited for a month living with Gandhi himself, and then took Gandhi along with him to Champaran. So he told Gandhi about the miseries of the people at Champaran. He told him about what help he needed and how people were all disturbed and they were undergoing a lot of fear amongst themselves and living was impossible. So before it reaches to the worst, he wanted Gandhi to come there and help him out. So that's about Rajkumar Shukla. So moving forward, let's understand Rajendra Prasad. So Rajendra Prasad was a lawyer, later became the President of India. So what is it about? So he was very, very efficient. He was a man of influence. He had some political control. So Gandhi went to him to meet him. But unfortunately, he was not in town, and thus Gandhiji happened to meet a lot many more lawyers to understand about the peasants in Champaran, and later on how Rajendra Prasad came in favor of Gandhi and helped him to be successful. So he was a lawyer who became the president of the National Congress. He was housed at where? Patna. Gandhi wished to meet him, but he could not, had he was out of town. Thus Gandhi went to Muzaffarpur to gather information for lawyers. Since he couldn't meet him, Gandhiji moved forward to Muzaffarpur and met a lot of lawyers to get to know about Champaran peasants. So further, let's see the displeased peasants. Why were the peasants so very displeased? What were their problems? What happened is the Britishers were unjust to the peasants. They were very, very unfair to the peasants. It was mandatory rule that 15% of the land had to have indigo cultivation. So with whatever land you have, 15% mandatory indigo had to be cultivated. That was the rule. Now, the farmers deprived of indigo harvest. It was not going well with the farmers because that did not fetch them anything. So the conditions worsened, and finally what happened? Due to the synthetic indigo from Germany, the cultivation had to be stopped and the peasant had to pay for the share. Now the cultivation had to be stopped, but in return the peasant has to pay to the Britishers the rentals, or it was a kind of a increased tax. So that did not go well. What was the disturbance I told you? It was a mandatory rule that 15% of the land had to be cultivated with indigo, and then that was not too very useful for the peasant. And finally, when the Britishers got the synthetic indigo from Germany, they wanted to stop this cultivation, but in return they wanted the peasant to pay up the rental, to pay up the taxes. So that did not go well with the peasant. So later what happened? Gandhi was very concerned. So what did he do? He camped in Champaran. He got to meet a lot of lawyers. He got to meet a lot of farmers. He got to meet Rajendra Prasad too. and then how did he plan, how did he take further this problem, and how did he solve it. So, Gandhiji gathered the testimonies of the grieving farmers. He first studied what was that so much of disturbance with the farmers. The Lieutenant Governor appointed a commission of inquiry comprising of landlords, government officials, and Gandhi as a sole representative of the farmers. So there was a meeting called. The Lieutenant Governor appointed a commission, a group, a table of people, the landlords, the government official, and Gandhiji's alone, all alone, represented the farmers. So he represented the farmers and he voiced out his opinions. Now he met a lot of government official and was fighting for the peasant. So later on, what happened? So when you look at it, what happened? He's already in action. So let's see. Gandhiji was asked to leave Champaran. The minute that he got that support from the local people, he was asked, the Britisher asked him that he had to leave Champaran immediately, but he did not take up that order. Though he took up that order, he did not sign. He refused to. He took the order, but he did not sign. He did not agree to leave Champaran and go. So he was asked to appear in the court. So he would be arrested. So during that time, including Rajendra Prasad and all the lawyers have come and joined hands and helped to be a part of Gandhi. So there was a lot of chaos. Rajendra Prasad arrived with the influence friends and the peasants came in thousands and the revolt started. Britishers had to fall back on Gandhi to bring that peace. So since there was so much of disturbance, thousands of peasants coming and revolting, who was the man who had to actually, see into peace? That was Gandhi himself. So the Britishers took the help from Gandhi himself and saw that things were in peace. So finally, a conclusion had to come, isn't it? So what happened? You see, Gandhi is being very supportive now. So when you look at it, in Champaran, the arable land, in Champaran, the arable, that is the soil which is good for growing, which is good for farming. The arable land was divided into large estates and they were owned by Englishmen. And who worked for them? It was the Indian tenants. Tenants means on rentals, the land was taken and the tenants, that is the Indian farmers, were working. The chief commercial crop was indigo. What was the chief crop? It was indigo. So the shareholders agreement was they would plant 15% of the land with indigo and they would surrender the whole harvest as a rent. You're allowed to plant. It is mandatory that you grow indigo and when you harvest, the whole lot of the harvest, the income has to be paid as rent to the Britishers. So this was the agreement. Now that the synthetic indigo was available in Germany, now that the synthetic indigo was already available in Germany, the Britishers did not want the farmers to grow the crop. They wanted to end the sharecrop agreement and ask the tenant to pay the compensation for that. So you're not allowed to grow the crop, but you need to pay the compensation back. So how will the farmers grow? They cannot, isn't it? So this was irritating to the peasants. So this is where everything started. First of all, 15% of their land, they are growing indigo and the whole thing was given to the Britishers itself. There was no profit for the tenants, that's the Indian farmers. Secondly, when they did not want the indigo plant to be grown, they asked for compensation. The rentals have to be paid. So how will the peasants pay? It is very irritating for them. That was when all the chaos started. So few agreed and few resisted, but were forced to agree by the power and the threat. So not all people agreed. Few of them agreed, okay, forget it, we will give the compensation. But few of them thought, how will we give the compensation? So they did not agree. And the peasant wanted their money back. The peasants wanted their money back. They were not prepared to give anything. So this was the disturbance over there, and how Gandhiji stood there with this disturbance as a support man. So what happened next? Next is, when you look at it, he acts very bravely. Gandhiji took a brave step. He put all his thoughts in mind and he helps out the peasants. So what happened there? An inquiry was conducted. There was an inquiry which was conducted. The planters were found guilty and asked to pay back. The offer to pay back 25%. So when an inquiry was conducted, what is happening and all, with the top leaders and the most known people in that village, what happened? The planters, those are the British people, they were found guilty. They were seen that they had been cheating the farmers. So in return, they had to give back 25% of the compensation back to the peasant. So Gandhiji accepted it. Why? Because he wanted to free the sharecroppers from being tied up with the Britishers. So he accepted this as he wanted to free the sharecroppers from binding the indigo contract. So here you see, he took up this brave act and he got the 25% compensation, and also he was okay with it only because he wanted the sharecroppers to come out from this contract. So thus Gandhi was successful in bringing out the peasants as a sharecroppers under the Britishers. So further, he was successful. How was he successful? He wanted to bring in change in Champaran, the town, the district which was known to be of untouchables, which was very unhygienic, and people were all into alcohol. What did he do? He opened schools there. He opened schools there. He himself taught, and along with the volunteers, he had the leaders, the politicians, or some important people who also volunteered his new campaign. So what happened? The volunteers taught, he too taught. And his wife Kasturba also took the initiative to bring in awareness about being hygiene. Alright, and even his son was a teacher too. So even he worked in the medical help. He wanted the Indians to learn the lesson of self-reliance, not to depend on someone else. He did not want the people to depend on others. So this way, he was the main person. Along with all the support system, he tried to bring that fear out from the minds of the peasant. He showed them how to make their livelihood. First of all, he wanted them to be educated. Second one, he wanted them not to be dependent on anybody. Third one, he wanted to remove the thought of untouchable, the thought of being an alcoholic, and the thought of being an uneducated, and brought an awareness on cleanliness and being hygienic. So lastly, let's get to understand what was the interview that the writer, the author Louis Fisher had with Mahatma Gandhi when he met him. So let's look at that the author, the writer of this Indigo lesson, Louis, what did the interview that he had with Gandhi? So Gandhi had told the writer how he initiated the departure of Britishers from India. He wanted the Britishers to leave India. Why? Because Gandhi said that he could manage, the Indians could manage their own country. They did not want somebody else to come and manage them. He also said that Champaran's incidents that made him think that he did not need the Britishers to advise. That Champaran's incident made Gandhi to realize, to understand, to think that he did not want the Britishers to be as advisors to run the Indian people. So he was in his own country and he did not want anybody to advise. So this was about Louis Fisher, the narrator's interaction with Gandhi. So when we look at the conclusion of the lesson, what is the story, the Indigo, all about? Gandhi struggled for the underprivileged peasants of Champaran. What did I tell you? Gandhi, he struggled for the underprivileged peasants of Champaran. He did fight. He fought against the injustice shown by the Britishers towards those peasants. So what did he fight for? The injustice that the Britishers showed towards the peasants. So he fought against that, and then he helped the peasant to become more courageous, and he wanted them to be aware of their fundamental rights. He wanted the peasants first to be courageous, live without the fear, and understand the fundamental rights. He worked not only for the political but also economical issues and also for the social issues. He did not work only for the political and economic. He did not fight for only economical and political issues, but also he fought for the social issues too. Most importantly, Gandhi aimed to provide education, health, hygiene, and taught the peasants self-confidence. So this is a lesson Indigo all about. Standing at the conclusion of the lesson, dear children, it's very, very important that you read the lesson, because there is a lot of detailing in the lesson which you have to understand. It will be helpful for you to answer in a simpler way. So that being said about the lesson, the Indigo, dear children, I want to tell you all that I've summarized the lesson for you, taking the important points, but that doesn't stop you here. Please open your textbook and you have to read the lesson in detail. Only that way it will be simpler for you to answer. So let's look at the kinds of questions that you can expect. You all know that you have short answer for 2 marks and long answer for 6 marks. So when we look at the short answer questions, the first one goes, why was Gandhi impressed with Rajkumar Shukla? Followed by, why did Gandhi criticize the lawyers who represented the peasant? The lawyers would charge the peasants a hefty amount. So why did he criticize? That's the reason. What were the conditions of the sharecroppers of Champaran? The sharecroppers, that 15% growing indigo. So what was the conditions? How did Gandhi make the peasant fearless and self-reliant? How did he make them to stand on their feet? How did he bring that fear out of them? How did he show them that they need to know their fundamental rights? Moving to the long answers, how did Gandhi win the battle of Champaran? So you need to write the whole story. How did the visit of Champaran begin, the turning point for Gandhi? So the disturbances in Champaran about the racism, about how Indian people were under the control of Britishers. So how did that visit become the turning point for Gandhi's life? What are the steps taken by Gandhi to solve the problems of the people in Champaran? Why was the sharecropping arrangement irksome? Why was it so irritating? So when you look at the 6-mark question, it's important that you need to know the whole lesson. You need to make a summary of the lesson in your own words. Only then you can pull out and you can answer it as a 2-marker or as a 6-marker. With today's summary, I'm sure you have understood what is the lesson Indigo all about. So before I conclude, before I sum up, I want to tell you all, remember our freedom fighters and respect our nation. What did I tell you all? We have to remember our freedom fighters, and alongside we have to respect our nation. Why do I say this? Because the platform of freedom what we are standing today. Who is responsible? None other than our freedom fighter leaders. They are the one who has made our life comfortable presently, isn't it? So it's very important to respect ourselves, to respect our nation alongside, and then remember our freedom fighters. So this session was the last part of the syllabus that I had to cover to you pertaining to the academic year 2021. Going further, I'll be doing only revisions. Until then, all smiles to you. Bye bye.